SLIM. I'm so proud to be with them. SLIM.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh, viewers. Welcome to another episode of Muslim Chatroom here on SLIWEB online television. As we all know, health-related issues are issues very important, and so they need to be treated with utmost urgency and attention. And therefore, today we have a very important guest where we can talk about a very important topic related to health. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So you can tell Fambul your name?
My name is Khadija Kone, and I'm a breast cancer nurse na a Thinking Pink Breast Cancer Foundation.
Okay, so the Thinking Pink Breast Cancer Foundation na a very prominent foundation we can deal with breast cancer issues. And so you can tell me why of all health issues, why we not choose breast cancer?
Well, Thinking Pink na a non-governmental NGO, non-governmental organization. We did for sensitize and raise awareness about the dangers of late detection in breast cancer. We also they help women for understand what's in a breast cancer, the signs and symptoms and the causes them. And so why breast cancer? Well, we see say the number of cases that where they come up Iboku, and boku of time, most of them victims them when breast cancer patients them we can lost their lives. So what they say is they ever know what's in this sick, they don't know what's in the signs and symptoms or what it can cause themselves or what they can do for prevents for die for disease or forget the disease. So we see say the need they make the organization come about since 2008. And since then we be the function, they engage in sensitization campaign then all over the country.
And you think Muslim women then get chances to this kind of illness due to their dress codes?
Oh yes, cancer, actually breast cancer, you know, get respect of any age, even gender or social classes them or even religion. They affect right cross. I get boku patients them when I'm Muslim likewise Christians them and other religions, right? So yes, boku man them when I'm Muslim, especially hijabis then yes they can present with some serious late cases them. Where I mean late means say the bobby it don't left say it don't reach the stage where it can very difficult for get treatment and manage. And so most of the reasons can be because they can shy away from or not all boku health professionals that they when a woman where they can go to where they can check them body because yes of course because obviously where woman can see doctor especially when a man doctor it get for remove in clothes for just make them assess them. Unfortunately that not the case can make boku man and can go forward for go see doctors then
especially Muslim
women yes.
And with the utmost prevention of breast cancer.
Wow, preventions. Well, boku things. And first of all, we don't really understand what exactly can make one person can get cancer or why women really or man themselves can because man can get breast cancer, but we don't really understand the reason why. However, scientists or due to years of data collections and research, they say boku risk factors then I simply put it, some of the causes them, some of them we can change and we not can change them. And I think we can begin with that first, just so to get a better understanding.
So what are the top reason where it can make people and can catch them easily?
Okay. Well, number one, I can say for in case of breast cancer, now because you be woman. Yes, because reason make that woman they produce certain hormones them and the body functions them and because they get boku body flesh as compared to the man them, so they can get at higher risk where you're a woman. And second can be where you the age older, right? Then they will not get control over. As we age older, the person can be at risk for get cancer. It can be back if you get family members that will be don't get the cancer, before you born obviously.
Okay,
and
so
it can mean
genetics.
Yes, exactly as so if you born picking risk in day it can get harm. However, interestingly, 80% of the breast cancer cases then get no family history, and that's tell we say anybody can get at risk, not only the one that will get family history. It can be back with person can smoke tobacco cigarettes, and we know in Islam is haram, alhamdulillah, and even for drink boku beer, alcohol. it also haram, and they say they all them thing they get a link to breast cancer, and also where they eat healthy food them, right? Like food we high in most of them processed food them and high in fatty food.
What not like class of food waking like because I'm directly
class of food? Yes. Well, then they write across, because even nowadays some healthy food and where we can think send a healthy food them now the manner of way they prepare them now it can cause them to become unhealthy. For example, fish is very healthy, we all know that, but imagine if person deep fry them with boku oil and you put all them seasons them, most of the seasons them they're not actually good for human consumption, unfortunately, right? We know to herbs and spices them, right? And that can make them unhealthy. So basically, and also highly processed food them where they pull from the trees, it don't go on the go changes them. For example, like the brown rice, right? Brown rice it in a most natural state, right? It gets most of them in proteins them and nutrients them intact. Whereas and if you go through boku process and polishing, it can come out white rice, meaning say they don't remove most of the most important parts.
The nutrients,
exactly, the most important nutrients that we need. So that means they don't go undergo boku processes, and that can be, and also obesity. That now we person get boku fats now in body can also put person at risk.
That makes sense. And so like that particular aspect, that brown rice aspect, it do follow like we citizens then we grassroots people like take sense from that, because too much of like imported rice can really cause the give tendencies to like breast cancer, right?
Not entirely true, not exactly. However, we person they eat unhealthy food now, and that's something where a person begin years in life, right? Not to just now we begin eat unhealthy, then you can get cancer. Now unhealthy lifestyle.
Things say white rice working at this country.
Oh yes, now the main staple food that we eat,
and we eat like a lot of like imported rice.
Yes, but I'm not saying nothing they cause breast cancer. It can put person at risk simply because most of the nutrients then don't rip off, and most of the nutrients then they're very very good for help prevent cancer in the body.
Okay, white rice. Well, that makes sense.
Rice,
yeah. Okay, and so like what's most prevention?
Prevention, well, if you look at the causes them, obviously you just get to do the opposite of the causes them, the one way you're able to control. For example, for stuff for smoke cigarettes, so tobacco, and not only in the form of cigarettes but also in the form of the snuff or like plant-based, because yes, tobacco can come in different forms then, right? And people can take them differently. Some can just let them smoke in the air and breathe them in, some can smoke them, some can jam them, and some can put under the nostrils then.
Different forms.
Yes. So and not only the smoker can be at risk, but also the person where they near the smoker, we know they smoke one day but they inhale all them toxic them, it can put them at risk. And also we possibly drink boku alcohol, beer, and unfortunately in a salon then are the common culture where we see naya or trend, unfortunately, and so then they for stop really, because it's not healthy at all. Like alcohol no get no form of nutritional benefit at all. Why waste all that time?
A lot of people can like fail to understand that, say like get, and also people can take kind of street on
like saying our water. Unfortunately it's sad.
You go see meet up they smoke inside motor car, and then especially the drivers them they blow that smoke, and then the smoke they can be, and
yes, you can just simply say excuse me driver, stop, or I can do, and most times I can just be bold enough for telling that, and they can stop.
That's good,
because they know say not correct, but they can just like for take chances. And obviously possibly we know they exercise, we know they we always they lead that sedentary lifestyle, like what they call couch potato, always they sit down, they walk, they work out, or even do simple house chores them, right? Then this can also contribute also, yes, because in we body naturally made for with the move, for with the exercise, because back in long years ago we forefathers them, then our hunters them, out in the wilderness, they're very fit, they're active, right? That's not the body.
So exercising is actually one way to prevent breast cancer.
Oh yes, number one actually, again, because it's lifestyle habits. If you know they exercise, they keep your body fit, then it can be an issue. And not necessarily if person slim then it fit. No, a person can be slim, but if you're not able to climb up the stair without stopping me, blow everyone. Well, no, it not fit at all. So it need for go the exercise regularly for keep the body fit, for keep the blood circulation, for tone up the muscles them. That is very necessary. And also mainly again the food them we eat. A saying the way they say, what you eat now you be. And obviously, if you eat healthy, you become healthy. When you eat unhealthy, then you become unhealthy. So mainly food then we contain plant-based food. Plant-based food for dominate, like vegetables and fruits. In fact, Boko of salon local foods they're mainly plant-based. We talk about petete, we talk about cassava, we talk about yams, fundi, all the other choices then they did. Yes. But people not keep things saying plant-based, but yes, they come out from plants, yes. And but they can only always they say plants, they can think saying just vegetables and fruits. Yes, it's true. And unfortunately, because of the advancements in the world and what people want to imitate the Western lifestyle,
you tend to ignore them.
Ignore that and also adopt more unhealthier options. Unfortunately. So one for take a very conscious effort for eat well. However, the number one best way for prevent breast cancer, what I say is not all man go able prevent to be on the fact side, okay? We know no self could go get them because like I mentioned, cancer no gets respect of age, race, religion, none. Anybody can just get them. So and we really understand, Boko doctors don't understand why. However, the one most effective preventive measures now for check the body regularly, for become breast aware, know how your breast they look like and feel like. And that's where if small changes they happen, you go able to detect them and report them as soon as possible. And unfortunately, Bokuman them, yes. Why most of me, literally 100%, I'm serious, most of them women then we present with Bobby sick or Bobby cancer. I can ask them, if they check your Bobby, you know how you Bobby, they say no. They just one day no more person just knock them or they just pass hand no more and they feel lump or they see some changes then at the mirror, and they know they're in the habit for check them body for sabi them body how it did and how it look like, right? And that can actually cause that because breast cancer at an early stage, breast cancer is something it begin way back before you begin start for see any symptoms in general, right? It way back. And it could be because of your lifestyle, what you eat, what you expose yourself to, again. And that's not the advantage, I say, in a sense that you go able to detect them if only you adopt them practices and what they call breast self-exam. And I think Keeping Breast Cancer Foundation, one of our main mission also for teach every girl, child, and women, and also men how for check them bobby the correct way, because not to just for pass your hand no more or any time specific time in the day, and the technique they for check your bobby properly for be able for detect any changes if you notice them.
Well, Fambul, we want to go for a short break, and when we come back we can continue this interesting discussion. Fambul, welcome back to the second session of this discussion. I think the one main reason why people can shy away from checkups and all about this breast and all, it's because funding and all, people not can like actually get the resource for like go through and someone can feel say like it kind of expensive, so then can just prefer for like slow hours. When I can like offer anything and for like do breast screening for like people for free.
Oh yes, Think Giving Breast Cancer Foundation, all man know them for that. There was a point in time where we offer free breast screening throughout the entire month. Literally, anybody can just walk into the remote and get breast screening.
And I can get a particular time when I can do free breast screening, so like people.
Well, this year, yes, on the 29th of October, we did offer free breast screening, and not only free breast screening.
So 29th October.
Yes. We did also offer many screenings then, right? Such as the blood pressure checkup, sugar level in the blood as well, which is the glucose in the blood, and we can also do hepatitis, HIV, malaria, and typhoid, all for free under one roof. And obviously body
there's
checkup.
this one general misconception that it's only breast cancer is only about women. Do men also get affected by breast cancer?
Yes, that is very true. Initially I know they believe myself because they're not common. I know they see them, but where you see them, oh my goodness, one thing about men, they own them once they get them, because they don't get too much fleshy, not in chest, it can tend to become much more aggressive, and unfortunately Boki can end up for die. Literally, it's so aggressive that they die sooner than any woman them we get. Yes, so yes, man can get, irrespective of age. I be meet up young man when at 23 years old we get lumps not in Bobby. Yes, so luckily it be they pass and they see win at television. Yes, where they raise awareness and sensitize, and it come forward, it can check your Bobby, and it perform surgery, and thankfully it no go to that stage where it
about surgery. Surgery not the only like solution for like eliminate the breast cancer and all?
Cancer in general gets buccal treatments we involve, but the three main ones then.
No, like we don't get severe where the lump na the breast though.
No, that is why we say early detection and can save lives. When you're able to detect you breast cancer in early stage, now the treatment is not extensive as the one that we can present on late stage. That stage then we now the body don't swell up too much, or we can get that sore, or we can actually spread to other parts of the body. Then that stuff can be very expensive and the treatment, and it can take longer for cure. In most cases, but women them they not can get cure because, like I mentioned, the first step of treatment with cancer now for do surgery, then I do operation for pull that big bulk tumor out, right? Because it will not pull and then it get for continue for the spread in the body. Then the cancer it for spread and destroy and damage other tissue cells then, and make the woman they can lost their lives. Unfortunately, the second step now for give chemotherapy, and chemotherapy now like a drip, it can go to the blood streams, right? The blood, and obviously blood then all over the body, so that way you go able to go and target the other cancers that we go don't spread, we're not gonna come up on the body, go other side them. And the radiotherapy now like a machine, like an X-ray, where very powerful, but we know they exist in this country unfortunately, but it's very effective. But women they don't undergo this chemotherapy, they can get a much positive outcome from treatment. Yes, unfortunately in the country, and cancer are expensive treatments. Even though na salon is quite affordable, but still women them they can get some financial challenges them. So now I make the foundation back a day for that, where they help for raise our awareness and also fundraise for the people then we financially challenged. Yes, but unfortunately when it comes to radiotherapy, nearest place where they can go now either Ivory Coast, Senegal, or Ghana, and we talk about the price tag of over $2,000
for just cancer.
Yes, only that, excluding the flight tickets, accommodation, and whatnot. So you can imagine cancer not so poor and sick at all. Yeah, because
and on our organization that actually they do very well.
Thank you.
So we're putting on a dream in years from now.
We dream now for say no salon woman or man and picking could die of cancer. Because it is possible, right? If no more all men take this topic seriously when a breast cancer, for first step what he can do, any general person, especially Sierra Leoneans, now for inform themselves, educate themselves about breast cancer. Know it's not breast cancer, the signs and symptoms, which again we forget to mention because now that can make woman then can lost their lives because they can miss out the signs and symptoms. They can only know say well posting a lump na ibobi na the cancer. Unfortunately, not to that. They get like way over 10 different signs and symptoms, not only that. And lump, yes, now one, if person not understand what a lump, it can be small, hard, round ball where it can be the bobby. It can be as small as an orange seed, it can be as big as a lemon or orange stuff, yes, because I see one way too big. Big past my hand.
I think it could depend on the breast size,
Not necessarily. It depends on how long the lump tail at the bobby, because the lump no can just show off. It always they begin as small as a 1 grain rice.
The duration.
The duration, it can vary based on the person in body. Some people did it very fit and healthy, so it can suppress the growth. Some people can be sick and the immune system can low. That can accelerate the growth of cancer. But like I mentioned, older women they can be at higher risk because obviously as you age, your immune system they drop down and your body no can function the way it normally do when they're young. So that can be. And the other signs can be pain at the bobby. Okay, person no can get any lump, but it can get pain at the bobby and it can ignore them. Then the bobby mots back. It can be back normal bobby mots, like it can shoot out, point forward, but it can be say if bobby mots it begin flat or it make like you go inside down on the other side. Then the shape of the bobby back for take notes. If you see say bobby increase in size abnormally and not, I don't talk about that increase where possible day in period, where woman day in period, no. Beyond the period, yes, it can need for take notes and report. Change in size, like the most popular example I can give, if you bobby they like orange, circle and round, then you see say one go make like it could go like a banana. Yeah, but that a good explanation so many people they understand like they change shape than they for take note because women then they lost their lives due to that. And not only that, also the bobby is skin. The bobby is kanda, it make like say like an orange peel, then in a sign say something wrong
peel
also.
Off.
Orange. And another one back where they can miss out is now with the water where they come on and the bobby mots, right?
Okay, so what are the drip? Wow.
Yes, but actually it's quite normal because obviously women and we get hormonal changes which can happen, so it's quite normal, especially with possibly breastfeed, when women they breastfeed.
Yeah, I think like the most normal situation is like breastfeeding.
Yes, it is normal, right? It's fine. But in a case where to breastfeeding mother or to pregnant lady, then you notice something that come on in your body. Take note of the color. If you make like red like blood, or make brown like with tea or coffee, or make like snot, all in signs are not so good signs. And woman, I know a lady we lost in life because it thinks say a normal, but not normal actually. Yes.
Yeah, that's actually not normal. Besides being a breastfeeding mother, I don't think it's normal.
Yes. Unfortunately, you'll be surprised, but woman can just pass that as something we go past. Yes, exactly. Something we go just passed away, passed later. But then, unfortunately, it can then add some of the signs. But the scary part about the breast cancer is when they are in an early stage, it not show any signs and symptoms. And then at the stage, if you be able to detect them, you could get a cure. Even when you left salon, na salon you able to get the full treatment, and go even allow one for may it go to the stage where it go bad off. Now, why people they afraid? That can be even dangerous. Like women them, they can afraid for go na hospital. You be mentioned recently, right? They can think say sometimes they go cut me bobby. Well, yes, they go cut you bobby if you allow that lump or that bobby sick for day for a longer time.
Don't become severe.
Yes, because if you able catch an early stage, go immediately, because you get a very short time. When I say short time, I'm like within months for a lump for become very cancerous, for make it spread all over the body. Where that doctor go say kind of we cut you body because it is all over your body. And unfortunately, the reality is young girls them and women them.
Most like severe thing that can happen if person like no grief for them cutting body.
Wow, I'm not going to able explain because it will be so graphic. First of all, if I show now the pictures them, and it's very sad and depressing on me on side. You can imagine
because some person not able for like live with the fact say like you get one breast and all. You go see this la I live with so la be so. Some person.
Yes, it's true. That's not one of the facts. Also, women are afraid for like lose parts of their body.
Yeah.
But I tell you, because success stories, then they woman we don't cut them body and they go about their normal lives and they still live long for see them picking them grow up married and see them grand picking them and live their lives and continue for do things that way they love. Unfortunately, but woman the way they can take that decision of not for cut them body, then they can allow the breast cancer for commot pan the body go na other side. And you can imagine if breast cancer or cancer go na the lungs. Doctor not going to do surgery for remove the lungs because obviously the person will die. Doctor not going to do surgery for remove the liver. Doctor not going to do surgery for remove the bones. Then like the spine. Because obviously the person will paralyze. So you get for just weigh the advantages and the disadvantage. And most times then thinking pink naive for that the first line of treatment we can begin with patients in our education and counseling because it's so important. You don't just can't tell person can't cut your body. We need to explain to them. And I tell you for a fact,
very good reasons.
I tell you for a fact, the ones that we don't do our own little survey, the ones that we don't counsel, they're more liable for go through the treatment till the end as compared to the one that we not get proper education or training. And unfortunately they can just decide for go seek for second opinions. And unfortunately if you go to a doctor we know actually or nurse we know sabi treatment case then we're not aware about these conditions then unfortunately that is a sad news because it go just manage and say the sick they advance. One thing about cancer if you give a small time no more the more it is spread the more it is spread they tap one side. So then are the signs and symptoms and one for look out for and need for take actions. And this October month when a breast cancer awareness month we advise for the general public now for come and check your body, know your body status. And it's very very important. Like this free screenings and where we can offer like the schools that we go now Boko schools and we offer free screening. Believe me, we see young girls as young as 13 years of age get lumps in their body. Lumps in the body. And we can tell her why you not tell anybody. It say well the thing only hurts me I don't feel anything so it just can go about in normal day but that's not the danger because if you allow a make it in the body it can increase to the size to the point that it go bust come on inside the body. That it happened before I see yes and it can very very scary and that person can risk for losing life. So it's very important that we able go out and detect even market women. I mean places where they go corporate institutions them you see big woman do in office with his suits and whatnot thinking she's so educated and she's aware but trust me most of them can even not get the awareness or not get the knowledge about breast cancer. So it's very very important that such sensitization campaign they take place in the country. So important because but women still they will not even know about them body status and not even sabi how for checking them body.
So what's the final message?
Can check your body. Na 32 Panema Road. We're not taking Pink Breast Cancer Foundations. It's very very important because now we they offer the services them right. We not only check your body but we also train you for how for check your body because we believe it's a lifelong practice. And when they check your body you need to do them every month because it will take a couple of months for a body make it change from normal body to a sick body. And we the area people then they say they check their body number 1 time per year. And that can lead to most late cases because imagine if something don't begin for develop 6 months ago and then by the time you check it could don't be something else. So like I said, be breast aware, come forward, know the facts, learn what eat, try for adopt more healthier lifestyles then no shame. Gone are the days where cancer is something when taboo. Western countries that way you see not a very common thing because they see the prevalence, the number of women they die of it's too much. So it's very important to become much conversant with them and talk about it in an open atmosphere, in an open spirit and learn about them because you not gonna ever know. You go just sit down and start talking about it. And but times I get calls and for people then we say thank you very much for sensitizing us about breast cancer because I don't ever know. And guess what? Me picking the can lump like Bobby. Which I for do. Yes, did they go about the normal lives? They don't know. And I'm really, really happy because thank you again, Islamic website, for giving me this opportunity again and since joining the fight in the breast cancer because it's much needed. Not on one person or one organization go able single-handedly fight this case. And
in addition to that, you really need to feel sick. You can be as young as 10 years old. Just tell your mom to go for checkup. As a lady, always go for checkup. Don't wait until you start to feel something. And also the men, you are not safe. Men also have tendencies to have breast cancer, so we all should go for checkups regularly in order to have our health be in a better state for all of us. I think that I will stop today for this interview, and we want to say many thanks to you, Stay With We, and many thanks to our sponsor. We go live now with one prominent hadith. We say, let's always learn to say good things. If at all you don't have anything to say, then don't say anything, as it's better to not say anything than to say a bad thing. Now I will stop with this program for today when a Muslim chat room. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
MUSLIM, I'm so proud to be with them. ISLAM, I'm so proud to be with them. MUSLIM, I'm so proud to be with them. ISLAM, I'm so proud to be. I'm so